Limitless Outdoors is a YouTube channel built around hunting and life in the wilderness. But this encounter had nothing to do with pulling a trigger. Instead, it became a fight to avoid becoming the target. While exploring deep in bear country, the group spotted several grizzlies roaming nearby, including a protective mother with her cubs. At first, the animals seemed far enough away to simply observe, but within moments, the situation took a terrifying turn.
I wonder when one of them will also take off the other one, then they'll just come tearing up here right beside it. Grung, 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 right up the ridge.
There's another one. It's number 5.
Shane has a really uncanny ability to predict exactly what's going to happen with animals just based on their behavior, and his predictions are about to come true.
Oh yeah, look at the noggin on him.
Yeah. Where's the other one? Right in front of him?
Yeah, he's headed right. Oh yeah, there they go.
There they go. Here they come.
Oh yeah, here they go. Okay. Here they go. Oh, the big one's chasing them off.
And here they come, right up the hill after us. Just what we wanted, right?
Oh yeah, and there's the... Oh, they're coming right for us, dude.
Is your camera ready?
Oh no. Yeah.
Here they come.
Hey! Hey! Hey!
Shane had spent years reading animal behavior and almost instinctively predicted exactly what was about to happen. Unfortunately, he was right. For a few seconds, they laughed, convinced the bears would turn away, but then they realized something chilling. The bears weren't changing direction. They were heading directly toward them.
Oh, shoot. Hey, have your rifle? Shane's trying his best to get these bears to realize that they are there, but the bears know it and they don't even care, and they just keep coming right up the mountain at him. Hi!
Get out of here! Here she comes, dude. Hi!
Hi!
Where are they at?
They ran.
These bears ran right through where Shane and Adam were just set up. Had they not moved, they would have had a real serious confrontation with these 3 bears.
You got your camera?
Yeah. Hold on, she ain't gone.
No.
Oh my gosh. Dude, that one down there's huge. That is a huge bear. Dude, I still don't feel good about this.
The bears charged straight through the exact spot where the hunters had been sitting only moments earlier. If they hadn't moved when they did, the encounter could have ended very differently. Eventually, the bears lost interest and disappeared back into the wilderness. But the danger had been very real. This wasn't a dramatic story made for YouTube. It was a reminder that in the wild, humans aren't always at the top of the food chain. Sometimes all you can do is stay calm, make the right decision, and hope nature decides to let you walk away. The Newfoundland Outsider is a creator who spends most of his time alone in the Canadian wilderness, documenting the process of building his off-grid cabin. His videos are usually calm, peaceful, and focused on life in nature. But during one trip to his cabin, a simple ride through the snow turned into a tense wildlife encounter that could have ended much worse. He was riding through a snowy road and suddenly met a moose. Feeling sorry for the injured animal, he stopped instead of rushing past, hoping the moose would eventually wander back into the trees. But the animal had other plans.
So there's a moose on the pass here. Looks like he's got his right hind leg hurt. Little 4-point bull. Hey buddy. We're just trying to get past. Oh, I feel sorry for him. He's got a long winter yet. Move off to the path a bit so I can get by.
Minutes turned into nearly 40, yet the moose refused to leave the trail. It simply stood there, watching him, making it clear that nobody was getting through. Running out of options, he carefully started the snowmobile, hoping the noise might encourage the moose to step aside. Instead, it had the opposite effect.
He's taking a stance. I'm going to have to wait for a while. I let him do what he's going to do, go down the road and get off in the trees. In the meantime, I'll just wait here. He's not going anywhere. He's just taking a stance. Hurry up! Go on, I gotta get down to the cabin. Go on. Hey! Hey!
Without warning, the moose lunged forward and struck the snowmobile. Luckily, it was more of a warning shove than a full charge, but even a single hit from an animal that size is enough to cause serious injury. Realizing he wasn't welcome any closer, he backed off and gave the animal the space it wanted. Eventually, the encounter ended without anyone getting hurt, but it was a powerful reminder that in the wilderness, even an injured animal can be incredibly dangerous. Sometimes the smartest decision isn't to push forward, it's knowing when to wait. Josh is a travel creator who spends most of his time exploring remote places that few people ever visit, from mountain trails to forgotten ruins. His adventures usually end with incredible views and unforgettable experiences. But during a trip deep into the jungles of Sri Lanka, he set out to visit a cave surrounded by local legends. Instead, he found himself in a situation that felt far more dangerous than the cave itself. After getting a ride further up the mountain, Josh was only a short hike away from the cave. Everything seemed normal until two unfamiliar men quietly appeared on the trail behind him.
Right, we have reached the end of the paved road and the start of the jungle. Wow, epic but a bit intimidating. Look at this.
Now I need to pause here for a second because this is where things take a strange turn, and I need to explain exactly what happened next. Once I entered the jungle, I was very happy to find a trail that was easy to follow, but I was not so happy about what happened next.
Oh, I hear people.
Not long after stepping onto the path, two men appeared from the trees and began to follow me. They didn't speak to me, just matched my pace, stopping if I stopped and walking when I walked. I thought it was a bit weird, but didn't think much of it, so continued on the short hike up to the cave.
Here we go. Here is the cave.
But then things got stranger. Off camera, one of the men asked me to follow him, saying he wanted to show me something. I refused multiple times, but he didn't take no for an answer. And during this time, the other man stayed behind me. Feeling uneasy, I started recording.
I've been joined by some friends. They're showing me around. Very cool.
I thought it was a bit strange that as soon as I began filming, they moved out of the shot, but I tried to ignore them and stayed focused on filming the cave I'd worked so hard to reach.
At first, they simply followed him, matching his pace without saying much. But the closer they got to the cave, the stranger their behavior became. Instead of leading him to the famous cave, they guided him toward an isolated abandoned house hidden in the jungle, then motioned for him to walk inside first. That's when his instincts told him something wasn't right.
I think these guys want to show me something. All right. We going this way?
But when I finally saw what they wanted to show me, everything changed.
Wow.
It was an abandoned house, and they wanted me to go in first.
Okay, I'll follow you. I'll follow you. After you.
And at this point, out of the corner of my eye, I noticed one of the men was moving behind me. And at that moment, my gut instinct kicked in loud and clear. Get out now.
I'm just going to get one more shot, okay? One more shot. Oh, sorry. I'm just shooting, filming, and doing more. And then I'll come, okay?
While pretending to record the surroundings, Josh noticed one of the men quietly moving behind him. He stayed calm, acted completely normal, and slowly backed toward the trail without letting them realize he was suspicious. But they weren't ready to let him leave.
I'll come soon. I just want to shoot this. But you go, I'll stay. And then I come later. I'm just filming everything. Okay? Okay.
So I pretended to take the shot, and when I saw they were distracted, I made my move. At first, I walked at a normal pace, as off camera I had told them I'd forgotten something on the trail. But then, I heard footsteps coming after me, and that's when I ran.
Josh escaped without being harmed, but to this day, nobody knows what those two men actually wanted. Maybe their intentions were harmless, or maybe trusting them would have been the biggest mistake of his life when you're alone in an unfamiliar place. Sometimes your instincts notice danger long before your eyes do, and listening to that feeling might be the only reason you make it home. Florida boy Johnny is an outdoor creator who spends most of his time hiking, camping, and exploring remote forests. His adventures are usually peaceful, but one camping trip took a terrifying turn before he even had the chance to set up his tent. After arriving at their planned campsite, Johnny and his partner noticed another vehicle already parked there. Not wanting to intrude, they decided to leave the car behind and hike through the forest instead.
Good morning, good morning.
Oh, yeah, so I forgot I had the camera on actually. We are tired. We are doing
Spiderweb. Sorry.
a hiking slash camping trip. Danny's over here dying. We both have like 900 pounds of gear on us.
Oh no.
And it's wet
It's wet.
and slippy. So we are currently trying to find the actual trailhead. Yeah, everything's overgrown. After bushwhacking a little bit, we found the trail, which doesn't look like much of a trail.
The deeper they pushed into the forest, the harder the trail became to follow. Thick vegetation surrounded them from every direction, forcing them to stop and put the camera down while they searched for a clear path. That's when the quiet forest suddenly exploded with the sound of gunfire.
Can you hear me? We're heading back the other way. We're trying to find the trail. We're heading back the other direction. Hurry.
Oh, I'm trying.
So we just got shot at. We were, and I just stopped recording, but there is somebody deep in the woods that direction. Shot what sounded like a 22. Hit a tree about 2 feet away from us. And we were finding a spot to set up, and we had just set our bags down. I set the camera down after I stopped recording, and a bullet, 22, whizzed right above our heads into the tree that we were. What?
I think that was right. Oh my god.
A bullet slammed into a nearby tree, only a few feet away. Another whizzed directly over their heads. Whoever fired the shots was somewhere deep in the woods, but they couldn't see anyone. Not knowing whether they had been deliberately targeted or mistaken for something else, they immediately contacted the police.
Do I?
As far as like hunting season goes,
There's
a whole bunch of stuff that just opened up yesterday.
Yeah.
And this whole area, the whole trail area,
Yeah.
it's you can hunt on it
Okay.
and stuff. I grew up in Pennsylvania. Our hunting season starts a lot earlier out there, and general rule of thumb is we don't really go into the woods after the 15th of September because that's when everything opens up, and
Gotcha.
you got to deal with the idiots and you got to deal with the people from Jersey.
We had just stopped, and all of a sudden we had one round go right past us, maybe 10 feet,
Okay.
and then another one right above our head, and literally like 2 feet above our head into the tree, and it just sounded like a 22.
I'll go down. I'm gonna see if I can make contact with someone. I saw a blue truck down in one of the
Yeah, I
areas
seen the
down
blue
there.
truck. Is the white pickup truck your guys'
Right here,
Okay.
and from here to here is where we kind of lost the trail.
Johnny believed someone living in the woods may have fired at them for wandering too close, while the responding officer suspected it could have been a careless hunter. Either way, the outcome could have been fatal. The person responsible was never identified, and after realizing they may have fired at people, they were likely long gone. Sometimes biggest danger is not the wildlife. Beast Runners is a hiking channel known for peaceful mountain adventures and breathtaking scenery. But this journey wasn't about reaching a summit. It was about finding someone who had disappeared. A solo hiker had entered the Malanshan Trail in Taiwan and and never came back. 5 days had passed without a single sign of him. With no reliable water sources along the route, hope was fading fast. The only clues were a CCTV camera that captured him entering the trail and an Instagram story he posted that same morning. Determined to help, beast runners followed the exact path the missing man had taken. Hours into the search, he reached a small creek, one of the few places where someone exhausted or injured might have stopped. At first, the scene felt strangely peaceful. Hundreds of butterflies covered the area, creating an almost surreal moment. But only seconds later, that peaceful feeling vanished. He had found the missing hiker. Sadly, it was too late. Without hesitation, he carefully secured the body to stop the current from carrying it away, then gathered wood and built a signal fire, hoping rescuers in the air would be able to spot the location. After marking the exact coordinates, he contacted emergency services because of the difficult terrain and fading daylight. A rescue helicopter couldn't reach the site until the following morning. The next day, recovery teams finally arrived and brought the missing hiker home to his family, ending days of painful uncertainty. If beast runners hadn't continued searching, his family may never have known what happened. This wasn't just another hike. It was a reminder that sometimes the people walking the trails aren't searching for adventure. They're searching for answers. And thanks to one determined stranger, a family finally got the closure they deserved. Novice Wild Camper is an outdoor creator who spends most of his time camping in remote locations and reviewing gear for fellow adventurers. After years of sleeping alone in the wilderness, he's experienced his fair share of strange nights. But one trip to England's Peak District left him questioning what was lurking outside his tent. He found a quiet campsite overlooking the hills, with clear skies, almost no wind, and one of the best sunsets he could have asked for. As darkness settled over the hills, he finished setting up camp, cooked himself some dinner, tested a few pieces of gear, and planned to capture the stars before calling it a night. Everything felt calm until something in the darkness broke the silence.
Right, so I've heard deer, I've heard foxes make some really weird noises at night. But I don't know if you heard that. Not sure if the camera picked it up, but God knows what it is. It's quite a weird guttural sound. I'll try and boost it on the edit. See if you can. See if you can hear it, because that is really weird. Did you hear that? That's quite eerie. It does not sound like a deer. Definitely doesn't sound like a fox. Odd. Right, I'm going to zip up and put my earplugs in, I think. Try and get some sleep, and hopefully I'll still be here in the morning. Good night.
It wasn't the sharp bark of a fox or the call of a deer. It was a low, guttural growl that echoed across the hillside, leaving him completely unsure of what was outside. He stayed inside the tent for the rest of the night, listening carefully to every sound outside. But whatever had made those noises never revealed itself. The next morning, he packed up without ever discovering what had been roaming around his campsite. Some viewers believed it was simply a bird, while others suggested it could have been one of the mysterious big cats that locals have reported seeing in the Peak District for years. Whatever it was, one thing is certain. When you're alone in the wilderness after dark, not knowing what's outside your tent is often far more terrifying than actually seeing it.